what's up?
Baby, let's go!
Welcome to our website. We've got loads of news and gossip for you today. But first, here's a new song.
Making it. Woo, woo, woo. Making it. I'm solid gold. I've got the goods. They stand when I walk through the neighborhood. I'm making it. I've got the chance. I'm taking it. No more faking it. This time in life I'm making it. Woo, woo, woo. Making it. Hello uptown, goodbye poverty. Top of the ladder is waiting for me. I'm making it. I've got the chance. I'm taking it. No more faking it. This time in life I'm making it. Woo, woo, woo. Making it. Making it. Listen, everyone here. This coming year's gonna be my year. I'm as bad as they come. Number 2 to no one. I've got looks, I've got brains. Breaking these chains. Make some room now. Take what you see. Success is mine. I've got the key. I'm making it. I got the chance. I'm taking it. No more faking it. This time in life I'm making it. Woo, woo, woo. Making it. Making it. Making it. I'm making it. Listen, everyone here. This coming year's gonna be my year. I'm making it. I've got the chance. I'm taking it. No more faking it. This time in life I'm making it. Woo, woo, woo. Making it non-stop. Making it to the top. Making it non-stop. Out here right now. Making it to the top. Making it.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Very cute. Welcome to Tuesday, closer to Christmas.
How many days till Christmas?
I don't know, but
4?
you can count it on your hand, on one hand.
I know.
And we have a treat today. How'd you like that open? Beautiful.
Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. We've got just the 4 of us joining us in studio today, brought to you by JM Productions, so we're going to get more into that. I am laughing because you couldn't find your bell.
It was on the floor.
And I'm looking around the studio, and I get you the backup bell, and I come in, and I say, it's on the floor. They're like, 30 seconds, 20 seconds, it's on the floor. But where? And then my mother's voice comes into my head. If it were any bigger, it would bite you.
We on.
And there's your bell. Flat
It's
Freddy.
on.
It's on.
It's
Happy
on.
Tuesday, everyone.
Jeffrey, you remember this game? You remember this game?
What is it? Soccer?
Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Soccer?
Yeah. She's gonna put on a dress. I'm gonna put on boxing gloves with this thing, and we're gonna have it up here. Because I'm gonna tell you, it's getting there. It's about getting there.
And I'm watching you on the floor. Look for your bell, and there we go.
Slick tried to put this together. I told him not to do it, but he had no time. He left the box open, so I got a hold of here. But this is gonna bring in the new year. Wait till you see what I got planned for this bad boy.
An oldie but a goodie.
That was a present from Dawn for Christmas. It's great to go shopping when you say all year the things you want. You talk about socks, you get socks. You talk about rockin' sock'em, you get that. But the one thing I wanted more than anything else was a train set.
Oh, I used to have one of them when I was a kid.
You remember this? This is
Oh,
the one
yeah,
from
Lionel train sets.
This is the one from when you were a kid. They don't make Lionel
Is it
no
by
more.
Lionel?
No, they went bankrupt.
I don't know if that's true, but
it might not be, but it doesn't matter. This train set, we're gonna start building train tracks around the studio. So we're gonna need a lot of track.
you know, you've been talking about a train for so long. I thought, what a great Christmas
7
gift
years.
that is.
This train, it took 7 years to get here.
I don't know why I didn't think of getting you one sooner. So every day another Christmas present comes in for you.
Well, it sent tracks.
Send tracks
Yes,
next.
now
All right,
send
first we got to
lots
put
of
that
tracks.
together. But look at all the figurations you can do in the back.
Let me tell you, they back in the day when train sets like that were very, very popular, they built a city around the tracks, and you'd play it for hours and hours.
We would definitely need a bigger venue for the city for you to build your own train
No, I'm
track.
going to put
No,
it
it goes
around the
around the room.
studio.
You think like
It's going
Jeffrey
to
now?
go around the studio. I've even talked to an engineer about the things that hold the tracks in place. Because the secret is don't make sure that the train doesn't fall off the track. Because if it falls on Jeffrey, Jeffrey no more.
But Jeffrey, we got to thank you. Yesterday they were spectacular. My dad's writing in. He wants to find out the restaurant that Tony plays at down in Davie, so he wants to go.
Oh, okay.
I know Tony mentioned it, so we can rewatch the show and find out what he said. But they were amazing yesterday. I hope everyone's feeling well. Today
We're doing
we've got
fine.
just the four of us, which means there would be four of them, I guess, joining us
Four
in
of them and
studio.
Jeffrey.
Four and Jeffrey. Some more music. We've got Justin Mooney joining us on our 1 o'clock show as we have our countdown to Christmas.
Countdown to Christmas.
Our crew is already having Christmas.
Yeah, they didn't know where to be found.
Nope.
RK came out from under a rock.
Thank goodness
Looks
RK.
like he's a little tired.
I'm glad.
Kids are working hard.
I told them we treat them to lunch today.
Oh, that's nice.
So
All right, so let's get into this a little bit.
let's head over to just the four of us. Everyone can do a little bit of an introduction. Let's start from, start on this side.
My name's Eddie Santiago.
Ooh, Eddie's got a great voice.
My name is Frankie Calderon.
And I'm Clarence Tate.
My name is Frank Lara. They call me Paco.
Paco.
So are all four of you Latinos?
Except for
Except Clarence. Clarence is
he's back.
an adopted
He's
Latino.
adopted.
We adopted him.
He's an adopted Latino. So
Well,
the
this
same
is right
thing.
up your alley.
I know. You guys see the movie West Side Story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the new one.
The
old
new one.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys see the new one.
Yeah.
Because you guys are like a throwback to that era. I'm going to tell you something.
We have
It's
Frankie
unbelievable.
Clarence, who's, there's one we don't have on here.
On the back.
No,
Next page.
That's the next page
Eddie.
one?
Eddie.
Oh, that's Eddie's on the back.
Eddie's
Okay.
on the back.
So how long have you all been working together?
It's been approximately, I've been with the group about 2 years, and they were together about a year and a half before I joined them. One the member I took a place of had health issues, and Paco invited me. But before that, we sang with a group called Legacy, Paco, Frankie, and I. And they were together for maybe 20 years. Paco, am I
little more.
correct? A little more than
25.
20 years,
25.
25 years.
25 years.
25 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. You've all been together for, the three of you for 25 years?
No,
Well,
no.
not all of us.
Just, just Eddie, Frankie, and I, we sang in a group that was, that we were singing for 25 years.
That's
Frankie and
incredible.
I, we've been singing together for 60 years now.
Wow.
60
We started out when
years.
we were
16.
17,
Or 16.
Oh no, 60.
and in fact, we're called the pioneers of rock and roll music in Puerto Rico. We started out in Puerto Rico. Prior to that, we had our own group in New York. We met in Puerto Rico, Frankie and I, about 60 years ago. We started singing, and we formed the first rhythm and blues group in Puerto Rico. And we've been together ever since.
Did you go to high school in Puerto Rico?
I'm sorry?
Did you go to high school and grow up in Puerto Rico?
Yes, I did.
Maybe they went
What,
to
what
school.
part of Puerto Rico?
I lived in Bayamón. I was born in Santurce, which is part of San Juan.
And where did the group, where were you singing at? Out of Bayamón, San Juan,
San
we was-
Juan, San
y
Juan.
La Verde?
No, San Juan, Santurce.
Did you ever play at Palmas de Mar in Macau?
No, not.
In Palmas?
Well, I did, but that's when I was in a Latin band. I was
But
with
you
a Latin
played
band
there,
for
right?
7 years, and we played a lot of circuits in Puerto Rico.
Yep. And Palmas is where I grew up at, in Humacao.
Oh,
And my father helped build Palmas in the construction company when it was starting out. The band that you started out Latin music and then you went to this?
No, I started in rock and roll, rhythm and blues.
Ah, okay. In
And
Puerto
then-
Rico.
And then in '68, I was offered to go with a Latin band.
Gotcha.
give him the name.
I was with the Apollo Sound, Robert Verena, the Apollo Sound. I was with them for 7 years.
So you were part of that growth of music in the 70s that took New York City and all that Latin?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yep.
Celia and all those guys?
Mm-hmm. I was part of that crowd.
My brother was part of that crowd. Santana, the whole 9 yards. They had all the singers that came in, Pacheco, all them guys.
Mhm.
Oh man, I'm gonna tell you, what a throwback! You got to see the movie. They're part of that whole
They kind of leave
sweater.
you speechless. Look at you.
It is, because you don't meet a lot of people from the Latino side of that era, and they did the rock and roll, they did the Latin side, they did a lot of stuff. Did you play in New York at all?
Oh yeah. Played all the Manhattan Center, the Riverside Plaza. What was the other one? The Colgate Gardens. The Corso.
The Corso,
The
Corso.
The Cheetah.
the Cheetah. The Corso had a radio station in it. You remember that?
Yeah.
Cousin Brucey's station was there, and I used to listen to them play. And people used to walk up, and they used to put people on the air. And my brother used to say, "Me and Mimi going to the Corso. You make sure you listen tonight." I had this little radio, and one night I heard them. I said, "Wow, look at that. Maybe that's why I got into this business."
You never know.
You never know. But what a wild time it was when the Latin music was blowing up on the scene. Changed everything. Changed everybody's perspective on Latin music. It changed everybody's perspective on singers. The melodies began to change,
True,
the crossovers. Interesting.
Amazing. So Paco, how did you get the name Paco?
Well, actually, my father's name was Paquitín Lara. That was his nickname. His name was Francisco. So I'm Francisco Jr. They used to call me Paquito. But as I grew, my name, went from Paquito to Paco, and there was a nickname. I guess all Franks or all Franciscos are named Paco.
Is that true?
Maybe with the exception of Francisco here. His nickname was Chachin.
That would be more like a
There's
Freddie
the
name.
change.
That would be more of a Freddie name.
Hey, it's no different than Italians when they say, "Where you going?" "I'm going to New York," and it became Tony. Same
Yeah,
difference.
but you got Juji and Fufi and
Well, Fufi was my uncle in Puerto Rico. But yes, those were their names. Those are the nicknames they gave people.
and I'll say to him, "Those are really names," and he says, "Yes, those are really their names."
Well, Juji's really name was Abdulio, but nobody wanted to call him that. We don't know where they got that name from. And Corpy was Corpy.
And everyone's name, and there is Paco. That's exactly what it is.
Paco. It's funny, when I was in Puerto Rico in junior high school, I had an argument with a teacher because she says Federico in Spanish translates to Paco. And I said, no, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. No.
And she says, yes, it does. And she was from the University of Minnesota. So I couldn't argue with her. I had to go, okay, Missy, okay. So.
Ever remember the Tropicals from Puerto Rico? The doo-wop band?
No, I did not.
That was, you guys have been around, done a lot of work. All right, you want to do another song for us and take us out to commercial break?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
We got to get Slick out here.
Slick, we got to get Slick out here? No, they're good to go.
What are they?
I don't know. Slick? Oh, he's coming. We're not on autopilot, I guess. Today is National Crossword Puzzle Day.
Yesterday was
Ever do-
easy with a little button.
Yesterday was really easy. Yesterday was National Ugly Sweater Day, I think.
I'm sorry for the things I've done. I know I'm the foolish one. Now I know who's to blame. I'm so ashamed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the things I've said. Just like a child, I lost my head. I should have known from the start I'd break your heart. I'm sorry. Please be kind, and I know you'll find there's no reason to forgive. Darling, wait, for it's not too late. Give my love a chance to live. I know the heartaches you've been through. I know for I've had heartaches too. There's nothing more I can do but say to you, I'm sorry. Please be kind, and I know you'll find it's so easy to forgive. Darling, wait, for it's not too late. Give our love a chance to live. I know the heartaches you've been through. I know for I've had heartaches too. There's nothing more I can do but say to you, I'm sorry. Darling, I'm truly sorry.
AMP2TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly hardware. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2TV. AMP2TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios. Call us today at 866-224-5422, for no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let AMP2TV help get you there.
Do you need a strong cup of coffee to get you through your day? Try your very own Brooklyn Cafe Show coffee, the official coffee of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. You can pick up a bag from us, or two. Contact us at 866-224-5422, or just stop on by. We're at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard, Suite 13. Come on in, grab a bag of our signature Brooklyn Cafe coffee. The cafe doors are always open.
Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke? If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation, staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
With enough butter, anything is good. Tori Wells from Precious Treasure Gourmet Foods thinks so, because she single-handedly updated and expanded butter's possibilities. From compound, savory, sweet, and spicy, her freshly made butters aim to please. I don't know about you, but I've never really seen butter this versatile before, and now so feasible. With online shopping, just visit PreciousTreasuresGourmetFoods.com, because at Precious Treasures, Tori is working on the best artisan gourmet foods to every table. Remember, guys, true love is like butter. There's no substitute for the real thing.
We hope you're enjoying this episode of the Brooklyn Cafe TV show. Whether you enjoy watching in the mornings or afternoons, you can now watch with your favorite merchandise. Choose from the Brooklyn Cafe t-shirts, ranging from sizes small to 3XL. Colors available include black, dark heather, and navy. Feeling chilly? Just check out our latest hoodie with over 9 colors to choose from. Sip on some Brooklyn Cafe coffee with Dawn and Freddie in a matching mug as seen on set. Brooklyn hats and special seasonal items are always popping up and available upon request. To purchase, you can visit our online store at brooklyncafe.tv/shop. Happy shopping!
Oh, what a beautiful morning. I am so glad today we got an early start. Where are we headed anyway?
Who knows? Wherever this glorious day takes us, and we'll take Don Pablo along too. Rich and flavorful with low acidity and notes of caramel. No matter where you're going or where you end up, Don Pablo never disappoints.
Excuse me, is that Don Pablo coffee?
Sure is.
Do you have any more?
Sure do. Then hop in.
No matter where life takes you, Don Pablo Coffee is always there to pick you up.
Amy Reshevsky can help you choose the right piece that will add some magic to your space. Amy Reshevsky can help you choose the right piece that will add some magic to your space. Amy Reshevsky has a wide range of art, from abstracts to mosaic tapestries, and she paints on different surfaces, such as reverse painting on glass, tables, wall hangings, and sculptures. Her work can be ordered online at amyreshevsky.com, or you can come in and see it in real time at the Brooklyn Cafe Art Gallery. She also does commission work, so if you have an idea in mind, she can make it a reality. She invites you to reach out to her at Facebook or at email at amyreshevsky@gmail.com. That's amyreshevsky@gmail.com. Have an artful day.
been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
We're back at the Brooklyn Cafe as we continue on with our jingle jam, which I'm really excited that everyone has pulled together. You and Slick and Jeffrey and JoJo and so many people and JC, great singers that we've gone 2 weeks already. We've been doing this. We actually started with the kids. Wow, almost 3 Fridays ago with this. The first Friday in December when the kids came in to kick it off.
Remember?
And you know what? As things are shutting down, I'm even more grateful that we're able to stay open as cautiously and precautiously and get great sound to you all from the comforts of your home. I got to tell you, the great leveling ground was the pandemic as far as up-leveling our studio to get all this great music out.
Had to change things up to make it work.
Right? But it works. Look how great their set looks. These guys are, I can't believe you don't have 1,000,001 questions for them. I mean, this is everything, music, Latino music, everything that you love.
Well, they're doing the oldies.
Well, maybe they'll do a old oldie for
Well,
you.
they will keep
Maybe they'll do
playing
an oldie
music
oldie
until we
for
get
you.
there.
An oldie.
Well, you know, some of this music has stories.
All right, Slick, are we ready? Yes, we are. We've got the 4 of us coming to you again. Let's see what they got playing.
Mi amore, take my lips and kiss them. Take my love, take my hand and hold them. I am yours, my love, till the end of time. Mi amore, take my arms, let them hold you. Take my love, take my eyes, let them show you. I am yours, my love, till the end of time. Till the end, till the end, till the end of time. Oh my love,
Listen, you can move the Indian.
oh my love, can't you see?
You can move it around. Because he's not using it.
Our love was meant to be. You were meant for me. Mi amore, take my heart and my soul. Take my love, our love will never run cold. I am yours, my love, till the end of time. Till the end, till the end, till the end, till the end of time. Of time.
Is that song, because that song has a melody that sounds like another song. Is that an original song or is that something that was
That song was written by Terry Johnson of the Flamingos, and it's entitled Mia Amore.
So that's the way it is. There's another song that sounds very similar.
Yes, this is supposed to be a follow-up on another song that they recorded, which was also written by Terry Johnson. They had a hit with it, and they asked him to record another song to follow that one, and it was also a hit, which was Mi Amore.
And there you have it.
And where are you all performing now? Do you have any gigs lined up? Where can people come and listen?
They're going to be performing at Scolding, in Pompano Beach. They're also going to be at the Delray Beach Playhouse right after the first of the year, January. And we're working on a deal with Meisner to be there. And they, it's taken about a year to actually put the show together, especially when you're dealing with four, and make sure they're all in sync, foot-wise, hand-wise, coordination. Sometimes you find somebody's got 2 left feet. Okay, so, yeah.
Well, who puts it all together? Who does your sets and your choreography? Do you do that, or do you have someone you work with?
No, we do it ourselves.
We do it ourselves.
And this is full time for you. You've been singing your whole lives.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Basically.
Did any of you ever have another career and do this on the side, or was this always full time?
I think we all have had our careers.
Jobs and done it on the side.
On the side, yeah.
And now this is full time.
Well, we're all
Kind of.
retired.
Yeah.
You're all retired.
So I guess it's full time now.
Well, Paco, what did?
Clarence does,
Yeah.
has a solo show as well.
Okay.
How did you meet them?
How did we meet? I can't remember, to be honest with you.
Well, we went to see Clarence sing at this
That's right.
at this place, at this restaurant, and Frankie had told me about it, and I went to see him, and Frankie spoke to him and asked him if he would like to join our group, and he said yes, and then Jeff went to see him sing at Paolo's, and he was doing a solo, and Jeff spoke to him, and then Clarence said, well, I have a group. And then Jeff came to hear us. And I guess he liked what he heard.
Rest is history.
And the rest
Now,
is
now,
history.
now, one of them sang with the original Platters, correct?
Right, Clarence did.
Clarence sang with
Actually, it was from 1970 to 1980, right?
Yeah, with Herb
With
Reed.
Platters.
Wow. What was that like?
Exciting.
Was
How
it-
did you get? How did you get into? How did you get to the Platters?
How'd you get picked?
Well, I was singing at a club in Boston, and one of the guys, Nate Nelson, who was the lead singer with Herb, he came in and asked me if I wanted to join the group, and I said no.
You said no.
Like a fool.
Of course you did.
Then he came back about a month later, and he asked me again, and I said, yeah, let's give it a shot. So we rehearsed for a couple of weeks, and I started singing with him at the Marco Polo on North Miami Beach.
Wow.
Yeah, 1970.
And the rest is history. It's a good thing you had a cup of coffee with them for 10
It's a
years.
good thing you said. You said it only took him a month to say yes. It took me 4 years.
That's right.
What was one of your all-time favorite gigs with the Platters?
The Southampton Princess in Bermuda.
Wow.
Yeah, I love going to Bermuda, and their hotel is super nice.
Being on the road had to be different back then.
Excuse me?
Being on the road,
Being on the road,
what was that like?
it's fun, it's hectic, can be depressing sometimes, but that's life on the road. It's never easy. You never know what to expect or what's going to happen. You just have to be prepared for it and live with it when it happens. But all in all, I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Well, the fame that followed the Platters, it was part of your life. And you were there before, during, and after, because now he does solo gigs and everything else. Is it like a book where you look back and say, I remember when I did this and I was with the Platters, and you sort of attach that to the things that you're doing. I mean, do you relive this?
Sometime when I get together with a bunch of friends and they'll ask me, and then I'll reminisce about my days before the Platters, the days on my own, the days with the Platters, the days after the Platters, and today, and it's fun. It's
Where's the
exciting.
book? Where's the book? Jeff, where's the book? You don't meet guys. Well, you don't meet guys around that did this stuff, which is an amazing tale that you have.
Well, yeah, I when I first met Clarence, he was performing at Paolo's restaurant on Dania Beach Boulevard, and we got chatting, and got introduced to the rest of the guys. They've been around a long time individually, but as a group together, they're fairly new. And so nobody knew of the four of us, per se. And so it's been a branding and marketing and getting them known and getting them out there and getting some promo videos done and that kind of thing to get them known, because they weren't known as a group together here.
And Clarence, you sang with Tony Bennett, it says.
Yes, I sang a duet with Tony Bennett, and I was singing at this club in Boston called Sonny's, and we sang "You Are My Sunshine" together.
And how'd that happen?
Yeah.
No, he just popped into the club, and the band leader asked him, did he want to sing? And he says, yes, I want to sing "You Are My Sunshine." And he asked me would I sing it with him. I said, sure. And we had a gas. It was fun.
I bet you did.
Yeah.
I bet you did.
Yeah.
Any other superstars you sang with?
I sang with, who else did I sing with? I sang with, well, he's not an entertainer, but he's a basketball star, Casey Jones. He was a singer too.
You sang with Casey Jones?
Yeah, from the Celtics. Yeah,
you know who Casey Jones
He used
is?
to come in and we'd sing and have fun together on Friday nights. Yeah.
Casey was a player, he was a coach for the Celtics,
Yeah,
he was an
a player and then
announcer
a
for the
coach.
Celtics.
Yeah.
Casey Jones could play.
I like their shirts, actually, Freddie. They're Merry Christmas. Are they vests or shirts?
Shirts.
We got to get you and your guys some shirts.
I've been asking for
I
7
know,
years.
but look how nice this looks. What are you waiting for?
I've been asking. I've been asking for 7 years.
I don't know what you're waiting for, but this is fantastic.
I gotta tell you, Clarence, you gotta put a book together, because I'm sure that all these stories have stories within stories. And I'm sure that if you dig deep enough, something theatrical that you can teach to others is there. Now you're with these guys, and there's a whole different arena that you're doing. So if you're pushing them out, the four of them, the four of us can be attributed to the music that they sing plus the history that they have. So, and to me, that's where everything is going. The throwback era is back.
Yeah.
If you had a pair of Converse, don't throw them away, because I just bought sneakers. Trust me when I tell you, a pair of Converse can cost you $250 for a pair of old Converse. So.
Is that what you bought?
No, I can't afford that.
Slick, Freddie bought $250
No,
Converse.
I did not.
Wow,
I did
you
not.
and Slick could have a sneaker
I was
show off.
tempted.
How do you like a sneaker show off?
I was tempted to do that. It was a new. I was tempted to buy an old one and put a rope here and hang them on the rope, like they used to do in New York. Hang it on the string. Yeah, but they gotta be Converse. They ain't want shoes. Gotta be Converse or Keds.
So I have
No,
to
no
ask,
Nike.
this lovely lady, which one do you belong with? Paco. How long have you been with Paco? 53 years.
Wow, a
God
minute.
bless you. Wow.
And they never had a fight.
I don't feel so bad. What you told me about, what you said to my wife, Mary
You're
Lynn,
on
the other night.
25. 53 years. So
His wife is 9 months pregnant. In 9 months, they give birth to how many years?
25.
you met in Puerto Rico? In New York.
What part of New York? Oh. Anybody sang in the Bronx?
Morningside Heights.
Oh, yes. Anybody sang in the Bronx?
Yeah.
I stayed in the Bronx a couple of times. You know, not long.
He
I
got
went to
out.
school in the Bronx. So
Where'd you go to school in the Bronx?
Samuel Gompers.
Gompers.
Yeah.
Is that still around?
Yeah, it's still there.
I'm gonna tell
looks,
you, man.
Looks new, like if it was never done.
Well, Frankie, you also sang at the Grand Concourse Hotel with the Apollo Song.
Oh, watch
Yeah.
out now. The Grand
Yeah.
Concourse
But
Hotel.
That was it when I was
Watch out.
You been there too?
When I was
Yeah.
with the Latin band, yeah, we sang at the Grand Concourse.
That was the place.
Yeah.
Grand Concourse
Back in the
Hotel was
day.
hot back in the day, baby.
Mhm.
I gotta tell you. And Gompers, I went to deal with Clinton High School.
Oh, okay.
So you know we used to be arch rivals.
Yes, we were.
Always about the Bronx. It seems like your life just keeps coming back.
I'm telling you, it's all coming back.
First we had In the Heights, then we had West Side Story, now you've got just the four of us here.
I grew up in the Heights too. I went from the Bronx. I lived on the Grand Concourse, as a matter of fact, when I went to DWC. And then I moved to Manhattan to the Heights. So I get to see all these movies. My life flashes before my
We
eyes.
get to live vicariously through you.
No, not through me,
Yeah.
but through them.
Through them,
Because they
absolutely.
sang through that.
I mean, think about what it was like to take music from then. You've been singing for 60 years.
Frankie and I, yeah, we've been together.
About that, yeah.
How music has changed,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know. And then Clarence, you talk about an orchestra. There's no orchestra. I mean, there are, but not like it was back in the day. Now
sang with
it's
Tony
all
Bennett.
digital. How do you feel about music then versus now?
Well, music back then had a message. You could understand it. You know, as boy meets girl, boy loses girl, girl laughs at boy, you know.
Why is it the girl's always walking with
Except
somebody
Paco,
else?
53 years. Look at this.
Why is that?
Today's music, you need an interpreter.
Forget about it. I don't even understand the words. The language is from another world.
Yeah.
It's changed, and it doesn't make any sense sometimes. Rap became hot because apparently, from my understanding, they explained it to me that it symbolized how people were feeling. And no wonder why the whole world's confused, because that's the way they think.
But if you think back, right, to orchestra and big band and Tony Bennett and all the classics, even throwback the Latin music to where it is now, it had to have been an experience unprecedented to go through that, to make your mark in musical history.
Yeah.
And
Big
see where you're
change,
at now.
yes.
Big changes, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's constantly changing.
Yeah.
Who wrote the music for the Platters?
Oh, Buck Ram wrote some of the music.
You ever write anything?
No.
No.
Um,
Nothing you want
George
to share?
McCarran wrote some of the music, but it was before. It was before the Platters were formed, but the Ink Spots did it, and then the Platters done it. But I think the Platters made it more popular.
Now, why did the Platters die? Why did that group break up?
Egos.
Yeah, like the Beatles.
Which is basically always the case.
Mm-hmm.
One couldn't get along with the other. One wanted to be a star, another wanted to be a star. You know, like the Temptations.
Another group. The
Ego-
Beatles
ego
broke.
trips is
The Beatles broke up because of ego. Everybody wanted to do their own thing.
Yeah.
And then together they were great. Separate, except for Paul, was because Ringo can't sing to save his life.
Yeah.
Sorry to tell you, but it's interesting.
But he sells. See,
He
it's
sells.
like
He sells.
West Side
He's a
Story.
somebody.
You just got to put the egos aside. Too many egos.
Well, West Side Story is an interesting concept because everybody in the original became a somebody. So now you have these new kids. The story's the same, but Spielberg changed it around a little bit. I think he's brilliant. I think he's one of the smartest, most brilliant directors I've ever seen in my entire life. And I go to every movie there is. He made it so our millennials, our kids today can understand what we understand about that movie back in the day. So
That's right.
it's just an amazing, amazing story. And the music that you guys carry from back then to today, it has significance, it has meaning, it has heart. You know, a lot of people now are trying to change it so that the rhythm is like today's rhythm, and it's tough. It's tough to do that because those songs all meant something. You know, like he said, boy meets girl, girl leaves boy, girl gets happy, boy miserable, you know. Thinks of those things.
Thinks of those things.
Well, I think the harmony that they project and the groups today that have the harmonizing, I miss that. And more people are going back to doo-wop and the kind of music the Platters did and the Ink Spots and so forth. And it's good to hear that kind of harmony and harmonizing together. And they're about as diverse as there are. I mean, so that's what makes them unusual.
That's what makes them different, yet throw back to the
It
same.
makes them different because they're all have different backgrounds and ethnicities, but when they get together, they sound like solid gold.
They just won. It reminds me of the day when we used to hang out in the Bronx, garbage can in the winter, and people used to sing. There was always one person that could sing. The rest of us, we couldn't sing for Papa. Forget about it. But we still did it. And people used to come and they used to hang out, and there was none of this craziness that goes on today. And some people that I know went on to do movies from the Bronx, from DeKalb Avenue in the Bronx. Flashdance, to name one, was one of them. But it's that whole rhythm, that whole idea of what was going on back then. We could sure use a whole lot of that
You know, it's
today.
funny. You went from New York to Puerto Rico, back to New York.
Yeah.
You guys started in Puerto Rico, some of you, and then New York, and then Florida.
Yes.
No.
Yes, no.
We started in New
we
York.
started in New York.
We
started
had
in
our
New York.
different groups in New York, but we met in Puerto Rico when we were, what, 17?
17, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
And you decided to go to New York from age 17.
Right, from New York. That was during the gang era and the gang fighting and all that. My parents decided to take me to Puerto Rico. And I guess the same thing with
mostly
Francesco.
all the Puerto Ricans that left back in, I left in 60. So mostly all of them were leaving because of the gang wars in New York.
Yeah.
The
So
Ghetto
we're talking
Brothers, the
about
Black
today.
Spades.
No, believe me, it didn't. It's a long story.
The Ghetto, I'm going
He's
to tell
like,
you.
it's a long story.
There was lots of
Yeah, it
gangs
is.
when I was growing up. My mother moved 17 times to get away from the gangs.
Wow.
And they were everywhere.
Well,
And
you
they-
know, West Side Story
Uh-huh.
is how would you call it? It's actually the story of New York gangs.
Yes.
Only thing, it's done in a musical way. If you notice at the end of West Side Story, the original one, they have a fight between both gangs.
Yeah.
Actually, that's exactly the way it was.
Oh,
back
yeah, I
then.
remember.
And you have a lot of gangsters, okay, mafiosos and whatnot, that came from that gang part era. And they just went up in ranks. But a lot of us went back to Puerto Rico, wherever else they went to, due to the fact that there was a lot of gang wars, a lot of kids dying, a lot of kids getting
Well,
killed.
mostly our parents back then, they decided that it was time to leave because it was getting bad. So we marched off to Puerto Rico. I left in 60, and in 61, I think that's when I met Paco.
Wow.
Yeah.
It goes to show you the gang wars. It's funny, I went to work for Frank's Army and Navy in the Bronx on 3rd Avenue. I was 12. And I went from running away from gangs because my cousins was on the Warlords, the other ones on the Ghetto Brothers. I had family in every gang there was. And I went from leaving that, I went to work at Frank's, and I started making the colors on the back of the jackets. Remember when they used to have
Yeah.
the cutouts? I used to make the colors, the Ghetto Brothers. I used to have the Black Spade, all of those colors. And they had to be right, because if you didn't do it right, you got your right butt kicked.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. And they hung them so that we can match them. And Frank's Army and Navy used to do the colors. And that was the only way you got out from your store getting burnt on 3rd Avenue. So the owner says, no, we got to do this. And we didn't charge them. The problem is that when you have 16 gangs and everybody's getting their colors from you, you sort of have to make the peace. So
That's
yes, I can relate to the gangs, and this is about turf wars and the rumbles on the roofs and the rumbles, just like that movie shows, rumbles were everywhere.
Mate, we talked about this morning again, and it comes back. I just can't understand that lifestyle. But I can understand why your parents say we're not going to do this, because you can only keep you away from it for so long without upping and moving. Your mom moved you, your parents moved you back. It's amazing.
And you
that this is
couldn't
really
have
what life
and you
was.
couldn't have friends because your friends were joining the gangs, and they forced you to join the gangs. So all of a sudden, you're growing up, looking around, and says, "That's my friend." Nope, got to move.
But music seems to be a great escape, a great way to just drown out the noise and hope you send a positive message. Do any of you, have you ever written originals? Anyone?
I did some stuff back in the day, but I threw them all away.
You threw them away?
Yeah, because once you go over them, you say, that's not good.
Oh, man.
So
You don't have any of them?
Nah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
There's so much young talent out here. You give it to them, and boom.
I did some original stuff with a friend of mine in Puerto Rico. He was doing a lot of rock stuff, and he had a homemade studio at his home. And I recorded about 8 songs that he wrote. And a friend of mine that passed away, he was our guitar player for a long time. He passed away. He did the arrangements, those musical arrangements. And I did something about 8 songs, which I still got it on CD. I put it on CD not too long ago.
That's the way to go. We have a kid that started the Jingle Jam last year, and she played the violin. And we recorded it in here, and we mixed it, and we still have it. And I thought she could go places. I don't even think you've heard that cut.
Yeah, I think it was before that.
We're going to play it for you one day so you can hear it. But, you can't throw nothing away. Don't throw nothing away. You got to hold on to that. You just have to find the right person that can make that music come to life.
Mm-hmm.
We got to do one more. Slick, you want to come out? Let's do one more, and we wrap up our 12 o'clock hour. How do people reach you, or for bookings, Jeffrey, through you?
Through me, JM Productions of Florida. The website is
you can do from there.
jmproductions.biz. You can watch their videos, their bios, and
They're performing at the Skolnick Center. What, Clarence, you have a single show? Are you performing anywhere in the near future?
Right now, I'm just doing a singly at Three's Company, Apollo's Three's Company in Dania Beach.
Okay.
he's usually there every Saturday night.
Oh, very cool. Three's Company is called?
Yeah, Three's.
Like the show?
It's called Paolo's, but I call it's actually.
It was Three's Company.
Paolo's 3 Gs. Owned by a good old Italian guy, Clarence sings there on Saturday evenings.
Very nice. Cool. All right, go check that out. All right, one more song from just the 4 of us, and it's going to take us out to commercial break. Here we go.
Only you can make this world seem right. Only you can make the
to create 3D masterpieces. Stephen's fascination with brilliant colors and intriguing patterns with jewels and rhinestones entices the eye with color and dimension. For more information on the artwork of Stephen Zwirn, contact Stephen at 914-656-9060 or StevensWirn.com.
Welcome to Mini Donut World, where the donuts are hot, fresh, and delicious, made to order and customizable by you. Gourmet specialty flavors such as apple pie, French toast, campfire, and strawberry cheesecake are always popular. Looking to tailor your appetite? Build your own mini donuts. Choose from over 18 flavor donut bases, add on your icing flavor, and choose from over 15 toppings and drizzles. While kids enjoy our design your own kits to take home, our 21 and over customers love our alcohol-infused donuts. Come visit Mini Donut World at 8763 Sterling Road in Cooper City. Have questions or want to place an order? Give us a call at 954-369-2301. We know you will love each bite of our deliciously distinctive mini donuts. We hope you're enjoying this episode of the Brooklyn Cafe TV show. Whether you enjoy watching in the mornings or afternoons, you can now watch with your favorite merchandise. Choose from the Brooklyn Cafe t-shirts, ranging from sizes small to 3XL. Colors available include black, dark heather, and navy. Feeling chilly? Just check out our latest hoodie with over 9 colors to choose from. Sip on some Brooklyn Cafe coffee with Dawn and Freddie in a matching mug as seen on set. Brooklyn hats and special seasonal items are always popping up and available upon request. To purchase, you can visit our online store at brooklyncafe.tv/shop. Happy shopping!
Hi friends, join Kids and Capes with Bree and Allie as we find out about kids we know giving back and making a difference all around us. Friendship, bullying, and all things kids really want to talk about. Even topics you might be a little scared to share with your parents. We will keep you up to date with the news kids really want to know. And we will always give tips on how to make our world a little bit brighter. Now on with the show. Always remember peace, love, and kindness.
Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
All right, hang out, relax
Yeah,
a
we'll
little
do that
bit.
30,
We're gonna
just
do a little
relax
bit
a
of an
little bit.
interview. Welcome back to the Brooklyn Cafe Show on this Tuesday before Christmas. Let us know, what are your favorite gifts that you've been able to purchase? Some of us can get our gifts in the mail before the 15th. Others of us who wait until the 20th before Christmas to get it somewhere. Not yet. Is that your favorite gift for Christmas so far?
What's in it? It's
A
not
little
that
bit of
it's-
Gubba rum?
It's what goes in it.
A little bit of Gubba rum?
Because this will hold every magical gift in the world.
I know Jeffrey wants what I made last Friday. You like that drink, Friday?
Jeffrey wants a shirt.
Let me tell you, that was some good stuff.
Really?
That really, I'm telling you, that's your own invention.
Yes, I made a Gubba rum chocolate espresso martini.
It's not her invention.
100%.
It is not. I saw the formula somebody sent you.
No one sent me anything. Here's the thing. If you take Gubba Gold, which is vanilla, and you add coffee, which is always good, and then chocolate, doesn't matter what quantities of each. I'm blowing away here. It tastes good all the way around. So that was my creation
good.
on Friday.
You should bottle that.
So he gave
Dawn's
me
magic potion.
he
Have
told
you
me I
guys
need-
ever had grappa?
No.
Grappa?
What's grappa?
That sounds
Grappa
familiar.
is
Greek?
It comes from Europe, Croatia, and
It's a glow in the-
Bernadette, my violinist, virtuoso violinist, brought us a bottle for the holiday. She went back on a cruise ship yesterday. The Regent, and she's performing there. But let me tell you, almost 50% alcohol.
Wow.
It's some strong stuff. And it's
You
clear.
drank it, or you use it to remove paint off your car?
It destroys the car. Forget the paint. The car disappears.
Forget what it does to the insides of your gut also.
That's like
It's
Wow.
no ice, no nothing. Just a little shot.
Wow, like Anna
Man,
said or
it
something.
is strong stuff.
You drank?
Huh?
You drank some?
I did. She brought it one day for a rehearsal at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, that's a good pick-me-upper. Can you
Sometimes
guys?
It's just a way to get your juices
Can
flowing.
you guys handle that? You know, that drink at 9 o'clock in the morning to get you going to sing?
9 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, 9 o'clock. You said.
9 o'clock. We had a rehearsal at Skolnick, and she brought it in a flask. Okay,
She
but
brought it in a
taller
flask?
than you got. And I'm saying, what is in that stuff? You know, she said, you got to try it. And she gave me a little thing. Man, I was,
You were flying?
Oh my goodness. All right, this segment of the show brought to you by H&K. We've got Justin Mooney joining us. He would be in studio, but he is playing it safe and doing it virtually. I don't know if he's at home or at the office, so we're going to bring Justin over, and there he is.
He's in the locker room.
We have his audio on, you guys.
Gotta turn his audio on.
Audio's on.
Is
Are
your-
you muted, Justin?
Are you muted? Unmute. Hit the unmute button.
He did. Is he muted on our end, guys?
No time.
Talk, Justin.
What about now?
Ah, perfect. Thank you.
Great.
We got you. So you're in an
Yeah.
undisclosed location in the locker room?
Yeah, no, I'm at my house. You know, we had potential COVID exposure, so I'm just trying to keep everyone safe.
How's your wife feeling?
She's feeling great. We got like 8 more weeks to go, something like that is what we're looking at.
Wow.
Yeah,
Hey.
definitely not prepared.
8 more weeks to go. They're not prepared. They're in
you.
quarantine. They're going to
Nice.
see what it's like.
Yeah.
Yeah, this COVID thing is just, I feel like, I can't believe we're back to doing this again.
Yeah. Yeah,
Are you
I'm,
staying in-
going to a conference in Orlando in a couple weeks, and they're concerned on whether or not they're going to cancel it. It's a huge estate planning conference that everyone goes to every year. you want to be on tip top of all your knowledge for estate planning in the new year.
They're going to end up live streaming it so everyone can watch it from home or their office.
Yeah, I can do that.
It just seems like that seems to be, especially when you got a baby coming in a couple weeks. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. You know, I'm able to juggle it all now, and I'm doing a lot of my client consults over the phone or via Zoom, so that's been very helpful. A lot of people, I think we're going to see an uptick in a lot of planning with the new variants, and a lot of people worried about COVID still.
Let me tell you, so I've been doing a lot of legal paperwork this week, and it's kind of freaking him out. Let me tell you why. It's having this man on our show in conjunction with Wayne Henry on our show. I feel like I have to do all these adult things and put paperwork in place. Thank you to our sponsors, is what I must tell you.
Thanks a lot, Wayne. She drives me nuts.
I don't know what it is. I think it's just having, I feel like I need to get paperwork done, so when I sit with Justin, if he says, all right, you have this and this and this, do you know what you want to do? I'm like, all right, some things are cleared off to my plate so I know I can move forward with doing some other things. I can't have all these open tabs in my head. My brain doesn't work
Justin,
like that.
I just need you to talk about how to play bingo, the lottery, so maybe you should jump on that.
The open tabs in my head. So what are your clients calling you about? I mean, it's what, a week before the end of the year. What are some of the hot topics they're calling about?
I think a lot of thing is people are traveling, and everyone worries when they travel, that's when the worst is going to happen to them. So they just call me and they want to make sure that they have all their documents in place, that either they've been signed properly and that they have the right people in place. I've had some people come to me and they just have it signed by themselves, and that's not going to be effective for the vast majority of documents in Florida. So the big thing is just redoing that. Or I'll review something from someone that they did when they lived in New York 15 years ago, and half the people that they have listed are dead. And it's like, if you become incapacitated, who's going to be making your decisions? You might need to update that.
So it's updating things for travel. Any end of the year benefits to be putting things into place, or just for peace of mind?
It's just for peace of mind. Nothing right now. The tax laws aren't really changing. There's not any changes in the standard estate planning world right now.
Peace of mind and putting that in place. Travel, It's a whole nother thing. Are there like COVID contingencies on anything?
No, not necessarily. If they want to write that in, we can do that. I have a lot of people, especially with how aggressive COVID is, a lot of people have been reviewing and talking with who they named as their healthcare surrogate, what specific things they want done in the event that they become incapacitated and can't make those decisions themselves. It's something to do with whoever's named as your primary healthcare surrogate.
I got to tell you, I don't have people have the presence of mind to list things. Okay, you can keep me on life support for this long, and then if not, you can do it for this long. I don't have all of that. To me, that's just too stressful to handle. But you definitely got to give Justin a call. Can we put his lower thirds up, you guys?
Whatever means necessary to keep me alive, as he said, right?
That's right. I don't care if we run out of electricity. You keep me alive, because you never know what the deal is. But the important part is that the end of the year is here, and you're going to go into the new year, and it's a good time to get your stuff in order. I don't know too many people originally that are from Florida. Most people come from out of state, and they come down here and they retire. The weather's nice. The governor is the governor. All sorts of things going on down here. But the bottom line is, normally it's from outside, and you bring your paperwork with you, and you never look. Like, I know people that move from one house to another, and they don't change their address. They don't change their driver's license. They don't change nothing.
Yeah.
They don't do none of that. They think that Santa Claus is going to come down and change all of this stuff.
I've changed everything. I even just changed my dignity plans this morning.
You've been doing it this week like a crazy person.
I know.
But those are some of the things. So if you don't do that, you got to look at some of the things that you've set up. Make sure they're in working order. It's maintenance. of what is going
Yeah,
on.
and I think the big thing is if they move from out of state and they still own property in that state, they'd want to set up a trust so they can avoid probate in 2 states. Because if you don't have everything in trust or beneficiary designations here and your residency is Florida, you're going to need to do at least probate here in Florida. But if you own real estate in other states, that's going to be another additional cost that your heirs are going to have to undertake when trying to get all your assets changed into the beneficiaries' names.
See, that's the one thing I hope people take away from this segment that we do, is to putting your plans in place, putting your beneficiaries in place, because otherwise your beneficiaries then, if they're not, they have to go all through all the paperwork. They don't know where anything is. They don't want to go through your files or your documents or your computer because they don't know how people save things, right? They don't have your contact information, and then they're going through probate and they're backtracking on things not because it was your intent not to do it, but you just never got around to doing it. So now you've put a whole nother level of stress on probably your children or your grandchildren that doesn't have to be.
Yeah, it's a big thing, and a lot of people are bringing their loved ones into their plan and letting them know what they want and dealing with that then. Like my sister convinced my mom was going to get cremated. My sister's like, no, be buried so our kids and grandkids can come visit you. And, that's one thing. But I think just having some input from your family, not letting them tell you what they want, but just having them know that you have a plan in place, and if they have any questions, that they can have the documents and look at them so they know what's going to happen when you die and who they should contact for, administering the estate or the trust, which is another service that we provide to, get all the assets changed into the right names and make sure that everything is done properly and we're not missing any money, any forgotten accounts that are out there.
Since I've met you, a lot of other things have come forward. Like my parents left me property in Puerto Rico. And to complicate it further, my sister lives in New York. I'm here in Florida. And my nephew, who represents my deceased brother, lives in Pennsylvania. So right away, you have a whole bunch of stuff that you're going to have to cover. And all of that has to be taken to the island. And the island has a whole different set of circumstances that we have to deal with.
Yeah, and then you'd want to have someone an attorney licensed in Puerto Rico, and then appoint whoever the personal representative of is the estate. So you just have one person to go to, and they get everything taken care of, and you don't have to have all your siblings and family signing off on one thing.
Well, what I told my sister about you, and I wanted to get together with you to make this happen because I'm assuming that inside track, you're an attorney, and it's not just finding an attorney in Puerto Rico, it's finding the right attorney in Puerto Rico, because what's going on over there, it boggles the mind. I got family living over there, and they're telling me what's going on. They went to different days of when you can go out. If your license plate ends in a positive number, you had the positive day. If they caught you on the street with a negative plate, you got a ticket. I mean, it boggles the mind what's going on over there. It got a little better, now it's gotten worse again. So there's a lot of things that we have to cover. Like we have this group of guys in here, and all of them have to be on the same page. It's the same thing. You got to be on the same page to get all this done. And it's funny because if something happens to me, it's really going to turn into a ball of wax. So it's better to do this. New Year's coming, and I made a point that I want to get this done for the new year, get it all cleaned up, and get it on the right path. Because like you say, you don't want to leave the burden.
See, and I kind of feel like at the end of the year, and I also, maybe because it's taxes and business end of year, you start thinking about your employees and your staff and business, and you want to get things in place. You want to get these albatross off my shoulder so I can go back to doing what we do, and that's doing this. I don't want to worry about all these other things. I want to give it to Justin. I want to give it to Wayne. I want to give it to the accountant. So you and I can do what we do. So people can get back to living their lives and just put everything in place and put it away and then go back to living your life. And that's why what you do is so important. You work with businesses. We talked a little bit, if there are partnerships, if there are solo entrepreneurs, of putting paperwork in place for their beneficiaries as well. You do that also.
Right. Yeah, it's something that a lot of people forget about. Is they just see that when someone dies, they have this business interest, and you can start putting plans in place in your underlying documents that say where your shares or your membership interests go when you die. Not necessarily that it's determined by your will or your trust, but you can change it any time.
You know, my daughter says to me, Saturday night we were at the movies, and she says to me, now, Aaron and I would like to own this movie theater. I said, great. I don't own the movie theater. I'll tell the owners to leave it to you in their will. Clearly, you don't want my business. She goes, I don't want your and Freddie's business. I want this movie theater. Terrific. So, Justin, there we go. Chelsea and Aaron don't want our business, Freddie. They want the movie theater.
You're going to buy a movie theater?
No, they want Rochelle's movie theater.
Oh.
So there I am thinking of Justin again, saying, I really got to put some stuff in place.
For sure.
Do you offer consultations for people?
Yes, so listeners of the show, watchers of the show, I get a free consultation or a free document review if they would like to call me at 561-276-1008, or they can email me at jmooney@hhk.com.
And you'll do this virtually as well. It doesn't only have to be in person.
Yeah, that's fine. If they just want to email me, say, hey, I have these documents, I want to know if I'm covered, and I'll review them, go over what they have in place, any recommendations. I had someone come in earlier this week, and I looked at their documents. They were signed in 2003, but nothing had changed. And I was like, I'm not going to charge you if I'm not going to be making any changes, but printing it on newer paper.
So that works if your plans are in place. But most people, something changes in that amount of time.
Right. Well, they did it when they were a little bit younger, and so all their kids and grandkids are still alive.
Which is beautiful. It's nice to know, but you take a look at it and you reevaluate. I mean, you've got 3 grandchildren since then.
Well, when you come in, I want to go over a checklist that I want to be able to hand to people so that they can look at. You know, sometimes you don't make a move until it's handed to you, and this is what happened with Wayne. And you see the checklist of things that you should cover, some things you're going to know, some things you're going to be surprised about as well. I think it's important that that gets done, and I know that you said you put everything together that needs to be covered. Just have to have the sit down and get it done. But it bothers me because, you know, I mean, we kid around a lot on this show, but you never wake up and say, I want to die today, and things happen.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, your whole life is turned upside down because you don't know what to do. You're like sitting here, and I say to my, and this is why I was so upset with her doing everything she's doing. I know it has to get done. But it made me think, and I sat down and says, wow, you know something? I look around, and this ain't checkers. You know, there's a lot that goes on in my life around me with people that do the things that they do to make it happen. And if somebody is not there, man, you got to sit back and say, wow, you know something? What are we going to do now? So I hear you. I hear you completely. And this is just one part of what we do. There are other pieces to this puzzle, and hopefully new friends with new pieces. It just gets more complicated. And you got to have somebody that you can say, okay, here's the band leader, here's everything that's going on, so they can step in and say, this is the way he would do it, and this is the way he set it up, and you move on that direction. Again, the new year's coming, call this guy and get it done. It doesn't matter how big or how small it is, what you got going on in your life.
Right, you work with individual clients, corporations, businesses.
Sorry, Lauren, I couldn't hear you. What was that?
You work with anyone, corporations, individual businesses.
Yes. Yeah, we handle all of that. You know, if they have new changes that they want to do with their corporation, or if they want to sell their business, like if they wanted to sell their movie theater, it's something we can assist in.
Sell to my daughter.
That's a new one. Never heard that one.
It was really funny because it's so much of what we talk about, and she's like, wow, this is what I'd like. Don't want what you've got. I want a movie theater. I can't help you with that. So, but that's why you got to put things in place, because you just don't know. And then it becomes their choice of what they want to do with your interest in the business, unless you set up a buy-sell. Now, you'll work with that also on business partners.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, people who aren't familiar with buy-sells, it's essentially just you have partners in a business and it's worth a lot of money and you want to keep it going and you don't want anyone else to get involved, then you have each of the partners agree that if one dies, their estate's going to be bound to sell their shares to the survivor so the business can continue. Because you might not want the heirs of your business partner making decisions with you and running your business.
Important to put in place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I guess you have like a checklist of different things that people can do. You'll make recommendations, and then ultimately, you as the client make the decision on what you really can do.
Right.
All right. What are your
I'm
plans
just
for
there
this
to be
holiday?
an advisor.
And you know what? And not only is Justin an attorney, he is also trained in tax law. So you get the benefits of both worlds with Justin.
Yeah.
Big
Cover it
plans for
all.
the holiday season?
No, we're going to be staying home for Christmas. My wife's working. Hospice doesn't really get a break during the holidays, so she'll be working through the holidays, and I'll just be cooking dinner for her while she's working.
And your donut company that's coming out soon, I hope?
Yeah. Next month we'll be at a Fair of the Arts at the Boynton Beach Mall. So we're trying to prepare for that. So donut business, baby, yeah, it's a lot.
Boy, that's a lot. Listen, are you going to be taking requests? Because I got a bacon and cheese donut I want to throw at you.
Not yet. Maybe by the summer we'll be able to start taking requests.
A bacon and cheese donut.
Yeah, Jeffrey likes it.
You know, I give a lot of credit to his generation because he's young like our crew. And you bring in family members to be part of the conversation. Because I don't know about our generation, but my parents' generation, it's quiet. Like nobody can know what's in your documents until when it happens and you pass away, these documents are revealed and a whole lot of bad stuff sometimes comes out of these documents. One person gets all the money, another sibling gets nothing, and then it causes a whole lot of conflict.
That's not bad stuff.
It's bad stuff
No. It's the person that put it together. They said this is the way they want
Yeah,
it.
but now they're gone, and now it becomes inner fighting within family
But
members.
that's on the family. It's not on the person.
But I like Justin's idea of bringing someone into it and saying, you know what, this is kind of my wishes. When and if something happens, this is what I'm thinking. Please honor my wishes.
Justin, if I wanted to leave everything I own in my life
To
my cat, can I do that?
So we do what's called pet trusts, and the money doesn't go to the cat, it goes into a trust, and then there's someone you name as the trustee, and they're responsible for, making sure the cat's health, maintenance, and support is up to the standard which you kept it in during your life.
And who makes Casper? It's the Casper. At least somebody will love him then, because he's worth everything.
Oh my gosh.
Got to protect the cat.
Justin, thank you so much for joining us. Oh my God. Contact
Sure, thanks
Justin
for
for
having
more
me.
information. What's your phone number, Justin?
My phone number is 561-276-1008, and my email is jmooney@hhk.com.
Any questions, give him a call. It is the end of the year. If hopefully everyone is clear and you want to come in studio next week to do a live segment, just let us know.
And bring a checklist, because
Will
we
do.
got a lot to talk about.
Yeah,
sounds
we got
good.
just make sure you stay healthy, your wife stays healthy, and that baby stays healthy. Because I
Will do.
really think as we come to the end of the year, people don't want to think about it, but it's really, really important information
Has
just
to
to
be
say, you
done.
know what, I have my checklist, even if you get to it at the beginning of 2022, just put it on your mind and
True
say,
that.
let me take care of it. Justin, thank you so much for joining us virtually. Stay safe. Happy
Thanks for
holidays.
having me. Happy holidays. Take
We
care.
will see you soon.
Thank you,
Bye.
buddy. First of the year.
Right around the corner. Just important time to tidy some things up and then get back to work. Keep doing what we do. I think Slick went to get lunch. Slick, can you come out and maybe these gentlemen will take us out to commercial break? I smell food.
That's got to be somebody who delivered something.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's here.
What did you order for lunch? Taco. I
Of
knew I
course.
smelled lunch. Taco Tuesday. Did you order any for RK?
You did? You order any for Freddie?
Great.
You did?
It's still at the place. I'll order some more for you. We're going to have just the four of us. Take us out to commercial break. For more information, contact Justin Mooney, hhk.com. They're located in Florida, but they've got offices all around the United States. So important to get your documents in place so your loved ones don't have to. It's peace of mind, just like we talked about with Dignity. Dignity Special, we still have that paperwork running through the end of this year, 20% off all of your pre-need funeral and burial needs through Dignity Memorial. And we actually have someone who is putting her plans in place as we speak.
As we speak.
Because she wants to get that 20% discount. And
Yep.
it's certainly
Smart. Good businesswoman.
unprecedented. You do not want to miss this opportunity to put your plans in place. Slick, are we ready? Yeah. All right, you guys
Let's take
ready?
it.
Let's do it.
Oh, yes, I'm a pretending that I'm doing well. I played a game to my shame. I'm
An exhilarating board game where players struggle to collect 270 electoral votes and win the White House. All while navigating through the challenges of a global pandemic, an international toilet paper shortage, the invasion of murder hornets, state of emergency lockdowns, and civil unrest, just to name a few. Roll the dice and see what fate awaits you. Purchase yours today. Available at 2020-thegame.com, Palm Beach outlets, Amazon, and Walmart.com.
Justin Mooney is special counsel of the Florida office of Hinman, Howard & Cattell Attorneys. Justin's practice focuses on tax, estate planning, guardianship, probate, and trust administration. His passion is to provide clients with sophisticated estate plans which carry out their wishes, reduce any potential taxes, and preserve wealth for future generations. The attorneys of Hinman, Howard & Cattell provide first-class legal services and have achieved a reputation for excellence for over a century, staying on the leading edge of the law. When you need representation or legal counsel, contact Justin Mooney at 561-276-1008 or jmooney@hhk.com.
Coffee News is a fun, family-friendly weekly publication provided free to restaurants, coffee shops, and waiting areas for customers to enjoy. Grow your business today through the power of effective, affordable advertising. Coffee News is an active marketing medium specializing in the ongoing weekly promotion of your business. This builds awareness for your company so you become known as the leader of your industry and develop brand awareness so people think of you first when they want your services or products. Maximize your visibility and achieve outstanding results. For more information on Coffee News, contact Sunrise Coffee News at mail.com or give them a call at 954-951-7870. Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
Attention Florida residents. Is constant water damage from the elements putting holes in your pipes and your wallet? We cut the cost when disaster strikes. You deserve to have your house be a home again. At Triumph, we get you paid the most for your insurance claims. Broken pipes, water damage, and mold? Triumph Consulting covers it all. Call our offices now to qualify for a free house inspection at 954-669-4935 or visit www.wegetYouPaid.com.
Creative, enchanting, whimsical. Artist Gina Bella is always creating artwork based on real stories and emotions. Expressed through Italian papers, paints, flowers, metals, and clay, her feelings and stories come to life. Complete with glittery diamond dust over paintings and pottery, Gina Bella is always creating new pieces and commissions. You can find her work in staging homes, family Christian bookstores, New Jersey boutiques, and the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery, where she offers personal guided tours of her latest art pieces. Gina can also be found hosting weekend art camps, where she teaches adults and children pottery, painting, and jewelry. For more information on Gina Bella and her art, contact livinglifeartfully@gmail.com or give a call to 954-857-5444.
Looking for a place to get your ice cream fix? Look no further than Cold Stone Creamery. At Cold Stone, we make our ice cream fresh every single day in store. We have over 20 different ice cream base flavors and over 30 different mix-ins to choose from. We also have plenty of signature creations if you don't want to go ahead and choose your own. To end your creation, you can put it in one of our freshly made waffles. We have ice cream cakes, ice cream sandwiches, milkshakes, smoothies, banana splits, sundaes, and so many other things for you to come check out and enjoy. We are the official ice cream store of the Brooklyn Cafe. Hope to see you soon, and remember, it's always a great day for ice cream.
We hope you're enjoying this episode of the Brooklyn Cafe TV show. Whether you enjoy watching in the mornings or afternoons, you can now watch with your favorite merchandise. Choose from the Brooklyn Cafe t-shirts, ranging from sizes small to 3XL. Colors available include black, dark heather, and navy. Feeling chilly? Just check out our latest hoodie with over 9 colors to choose from. Sip on some Brooklyn Cafe coffee with Dawn and Freddie in a matching mug as seen on set. Brooklyn hats and special seasonal items are always popping up and available upon request. To purchase, you can visit our online store at brooklyncafe.tv/shop. Happy shopping!
Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
And we are back at the Brooklyn Cafe. A little bit of Jingle Jam from the Brooklyn Cafe from just the four of us. Clarence Tate, that's pretty amazing. Sang with the Platters for 10 years.
Slick will be singing tomorrow.
Ooh. Yes.
Really?
He's laughing.
I mean, I will.
It's like, how do you do it?
I will.
You know why I got
Why?
that in my head, right?
Why?
Because they were just singing, I'm the great pretender.
He could sing Silent Night.
I can.
Who can?
Slick.
Holy. Yeah, I just have to work on it.
If you do that, I think I'm going to be silent.
I do alto. Like, my voice is very alto. Like,
Alto
it's very
what?
high. Very
Alto.
high.
People are still talking about the song you did with salsa.
Yeah.
They thought that was unbelievable.
Yeah, I know.
We
She
should
carried me through.
Play that again.
She carried me through, but like, yeah, I didn't know she had like a voice like that, but it's a good voice. Mine's was trying to keep up. Yeah, really keep up. I couldn't
I'm
keep
glad
up.
RK came in. So RK,
Correct.
aka RK Dylan, thank you for coming in and running our board today. I put like
Thank
an
you,
all
RK.
call out for crew to this morning.
I got to tell you, RKKR, what's his name?
RK,
RK?
aka
He's
Dylan.
sitting there, he has his mask on. He didn't want to feel left out, so he put a mask on. I don't know where he got it from.
I don't know, because you put yours on.
I'm going to be wearing mine.
So you put yours on, and I put mine on, and he felt he should put his on.
And it's because Slick put his on.
Yeah, I mean, so I started the mask. I just felt like
You are the reason for the mask.
I'm sorry. I didn't.
Don't be
mean to
sorry
rude.
at all.
Yeah.
You know, it seems like our morning show, because people don't watch our morning show, I then get phone calls. As soon as the morning show was over, I must put it out in the universe, because we put it out there, you heard the phone call. And then they go on set, and the conversation
the
again.
conversations that
Justin
we're
and
having.
the conversation. So whether people are listening or not, the great white
I think
universe
CBS News is listening because every time I watch the news, they have another piece of us on there.
You know, and then we talked about West Side Story and the gang violence, and here we are with three of your, I can't say hometown friends because you didn't know them, but from PR and why they left New York and went back because that gang violence was so horrific.
It was out of control.
Why was it so much worse in New York than anywhere else, or was it not?
It was bad in New York because there was a lot of different ethnicity.
Everyone just landed there.
Melting
So
pot.
you had the Black Spades, that was a black gang, and you
Latin
have the
Kings.
Ghetto Brothers, who's mostly Latino, and then you had the Italian gangs. And there was a lot of racism, and there was a lot of racial stuff. And everybody thought it was cool to walk around a block. Everybody took a block. Like in Popham Avenue was the Ghetto Brothers, and then the Black Spades were in Undercliff, and you couldn't go down there. But it was bad because you got your bike stolen, you got your car stolen, and well, who are you gonna go to? The gangs.
I mean, it hardened you, I guess, growing up like that. It has to make an impact.
To be honest, and the fact that you've seen it like a lot, it's kind of like I'm surprised that
The women gangs are the ones that
There's
really
female
freaked me
gangs
out.
too?
Oh yeah, there was what was it called? The female lords.
Wow.
And they were tough, man.
Vice lords.
They were worse than the guys.
Really?
Yeah, because girls, that there was those that knew how to fight and those that didn't, and the ones that didn't got beat up a lot. So you either got up to learn to fight or you didn't.
See, like gangs and fraternities, never like I was never a big fan of gangs and
Thank God.
frats.
Thank
Because
God.
Frats didn't make a situation like frats. I never understood it. Like, and I know I had to. Yeah.
You know,
Were you in a fraternity in college?
No, I just didn't want to be a part of like any fraternity, Black Alliance.
Yeah, me
thing.
neither.
It was kind of like I was at the end of the day, like I came here for myself, and then I understand it's for like network and situations, but like I just didn't understood it from being, the initiation factors and how they didn't like make sense to me as a person.
It's interesting.
Not saying that anything like they said anything that was very harsh or anything. It was just like I just didn't understand it.
Well, your
Like, if
mom.
a person wants to be a part of a group.
Your mom is from the Caribbean, no?
Correct. Yeah.
So they have that Caribbean love, and there ain't nothing like that.
Correct.
Your mom. It's funny. You feel guilty doing the wrong thing. Because mom is always here.
I can't. I mean.
I know. I seen.
Yeah,
you. I seen you. Mom's guilt trip is on you. This
No,
one
it's not
put the guilt trip on you
It's
too.
not guilt trip. It's just like it just doesn't make any sense to me.
It's just what feels right in your gut.
Yeah. And I have stomach issues, so if it doesn't
and
feel right,
and why
if
do
my
you?
stomach starts like
Because you're a nervous Nelly.
Yeah, I'm not nervous. It's
No?
just if my stomach doesn't feel right, then I just can't really take that.
My
hit.
mother always spoke to me in my subconscious. Don't be doing the wrong thing, because my mother says, I get my hands on you, I'm gonna show you what the wrong thing is. And it always stay, even to today.
That's why they say trust your gut instinct. Always. You gotta, then there's.
Or you'll see a GI doctor. Like you gotta trust your gut instinct.
That's right. You're a nervous dude with the stomach.
Flat Freddy, and there you have it.
There it is.
All right, tell me, this portion of the show brought to you by Coffee News. What do we have in this week's Coffee News? What's our trivia of the day?
Well, before we get to the trivia, there is a pair of brothers that bought a water tower. When you drive a 95, you ever seen the Boynton water tower that stands up and they painted it and it has lights and everything? Well, apparently these two brothers bought it from New Zealand. They bought a water tower and made it their house.
Oh, that's cool. They live in it?
And they live in it. And they put an elevator.
I was going
so
to
it
say,
goes
how do you get
and
up
down.
there?
You put an elevator
That's very
to
cool.
go up and down, and now it's worth 10 times what they paid for it.
Wow, that could be like a new housing.
So I know we have a housing shortage, so if we have to go towards...
How do they go to the bathroom?
So people are gonna buy water.
I don't know. That's not all in there. They just go to the pipe and it runs downhill. They feed it to the
It's
houses.
major gravity right there. That's nasty.
They've been living there 10 years. It took them 10 years to make it into a beautiful and living quarters with their own hands. They did it themselves. In the middle of the renovation, they both met and married their spouses, both of whom loved the idea. Now the two couples and their children each have their own living space in this home.
Wow, how big is it?
It's huge. A water tower. It feeds water to the whole city.
How big do you think those are? Can you imagine living in a water tower? I feel like it's Logan's Run. It's going
Yeah.
to become the city that no one leaves.
Seriously, like
Speaking of which,
yeah.
did you see the government is now going to be funding
Yeah.
extraterrestrial
Yes.
information? Did you
for the
see that?
Yes, for the UFOs, yes.
Yep.
Aliens are we're being funded to watch alien.
And here he
activity.
is.
Do some trivia. Ask
Sit over here. Bring a mic. Might as
You
well
gotta
sit.
get a mic.
Make sure that the mics are open.
Did you, so,
He's
you
gonna
know,
get another
Men
one.
in Black.
So yeah, we're gonna have like laser guns situations. We're gonna have like X-rays. We're gonna be
X-Files.
correct. We are gonna have
Area
like an X-Files.
51, is that what it is?
I can't say Area 51 is
In
just
Vegas.
like I just know they're fixing Area 51's in Vegas. No, but think about it like this. I always had a question like for Area 51. Like if everybody's worried about Area 51 with the UFOs, what are the other like 50 areas carrying?
Make that a dual shot, because he has it in himself.
Because if they're saying 51 carries alien situations like alien UFOs, or they study aliens there. What
So
are
they
the
really
other
feel they got to do this now. They have to put money into finding out what's going on, because
Correct.
people are reporting brain mental status changes. They're looking at different changes in the brain waves on testing, abductions, and information, and altered states like the neuralizer, like so many things that you see on TV. We're not going to fund it.
Well, the funny thing is that
Officially funded, I should say.
They've been talking about this since the 50s. Okay, and during World War II, this goes back to World War I and II. World War II, when the Nazis did experiments, they brought that science forward. So that they're funding this, they've been funding it. That they let the world know now there's so
They're
much
officially funding it,
transparency,
yeah.
they have to tell you where the money's going. Back in the day, they used to take $1 million to fund things like this and say, no, we're not funding it, or here's $100. Now transparency is requiring them to do it. So.
What do you think they're going to find?
They're gonna find everything.
Our elf on the shelf, he walks among us.
Correct.
Did I tell you guys about the ship that NASA sent out 20 years ago towards the sun? And it's right outside of the sun. I want to know how it didn't melt.
Oh, well, you told us that the other day. I was wondering that myself.
It should have melted.
Apparently, it's 100 million years away from the sun. It's just gotten closer.
What happened to our elf on the shelf? Where'd he go?
No, but why didn't? Oh.
I don't know why it didn't. I don't know. He's doing. He's doing.
There he is. Look at him. There you go.
Yeah, but we're not gonna be able to hear you.
Yeah,
We
because
will.
technical
We will.
difficulties today, But we.
I think you guys are doing fantastic. I have to. It's just amazing. It really, really, they've come through again.
Yeah.
Well, you should have seen what we were planning, right?
They've
What?
come
To
through
make it
again. How we were gonna make it happen? RK came in. You've been working hard at the restaurant.
Yeah.
We may as well give your restaurant a plug.
Well, so the thing is, everyone's on vacation now.
Of course.
Everyone's going to be on vacation for Christmas. So next week, I'm working 7 straight days because I'm the only one there who can run the line. So it's going to be chaos.
How many days do you normally work?
6. Just because it's a season, We're understaffed. A lot of restaurants are understaffed.
Hello.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's understaffed right now. It's not easy, but your payroll doesn't go down because you got to pay those that come more or the same. So your expenses don't go down as a business owner because you got to pay to keep, but your staff goes down and your workload changes. So it's a whole different change of events that I feel.
I gotta ask RK a question. You go to a restaurant and they tell you you have to wait. They put your name down on the waiting list.
Some restaurants do. Mine does not. Because we don't have a whole lot of tables, we don't do reservations.
But here's the question. I'm sitting there and I see empty tables, but they don't have enough manpower to cover the empty tables.
Well, I don't know how it is at like Chili's or Red Lobster, wherever you go, but at Ethos.
Carabas, but thank you for playing.
Even better. At our place, usually when you see an empty table and you're on a wait list, typically if you go to a place that, give us your phone number, we'll contact you when the table's free. Usually those people will be walking around, so then we'll send them a text message saying, hey, your table is ready, and we give them about a 10-minute window time to walk from wherever it is they are. So you see that empty table, it's not really empty, it's just being held for those people to come up. However, after 10 minutes, then it goes on to the next person.
That makes sense because they'll give me a table and nothing's changed except it was empty and now I'm in it, but it was empty. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm wondering, what is the science behind this? And now what he's saying makes a whole lot of
I
sense.
think it's like a triage when you go to the emergency room. Like they keep you in one waiting area, and then they move you to another place, and then you finally get your final table. It's a final destination.
Now, I have a new friend at Carabas. I tell you, this hat, when I die, you had to bury me in this hat.
I was wondering how they recognized you.
Because I walked in with a hat, and the guy runs up to me, I know you! I went, you want my wallet?
I wanted an autograph, it sounds like.
It was Gina's son. A new show on
Artist Gina.
Thursday. Artist Gina, her son.
He works at Carabas.
He was an intern with us for a minute up at Del Rey. I know you. And he's telling Linda all the stories. And I'm saying, who is this kid? I didn't know he was. And then it came to me, and he was the waiter. And my goodness gracious, there was nothing I couldn't get. I had bread, I had water, more bread, more water. Didn't
Went
matter.
to prison, bread, water, more bread, more water.
No, then we ordered the meal, and for some reason, the meal had more food in it than ever before.
Wow.
Why is that, RK?
You got me, I don't know.
You go to restaurants that I lived in this city for 25 years. I've been there once.
Yeah.
How do you go to restaurants? And the other restaurant you brought in the menu, you guys go out to a lot to eat.
What? I know them.
Yeah.
But you went to that other restaurant, you go to the other bagel place, you go to Crub, you go out a lot to eat.
I go to different places, but people say, hey, the guy with that hat, they give me the AARP special, baby.
Freddie, do you know how to cook at all?
Me? I'm the best cook. The best, but I don't cook. There's a reason I don't cook.
Why don't you cook?
Because then they have to do it all the time.
And that's what
And I work too late. I don't get home
cooking.
till 9 o'clock. I ain't cooking.
That is-
Poor Linda that would jump in there. She's fast now. She has that whole mojo. I don't want to destroy it.
Just let her keep cooking.
No, but
What are your plans for Christmas? We're not going to see you before Christmas.
So coming up, because I think I had mentioned earlier, it's Christmas season. No one's going to be here. So I'm working 7 straight days
Starting
next
when?
week.
Next week.
Starting technically Thursday, because tomorrow's my day off.
So what are you working, 9 to close?
So, because I'm also working at Jeremiah's. I'm picking up a couple shifts because, again, everyone's going home for the holidays. So it's just little old me picking up the shifts and doing coverage.
Well, 4 foot 11 inches. If you,
Welcome
where are
to
you
Slick's
going to be?
life right now.
4'2". I'm an elf, remember?
Hey, man.
Where?
I'm
What
actually-
time?
I'm
man,
sitting
the
next to
fact that
Slick.
he's up is just like
It's just that the camera can't see me. I'm so short. I'm
Yeah.
actually next to Slick right now.
What are the times you're working at the restaurant?
So usually I just work dinner shifts except for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So those 3 days I work 12 to 10:30.
Wow, you put in 10 hours, 11 hours?
We get an hour break normally, so it's fine. It's good. We get time to eat, rest.
And what are you doing at this restaurant now?
I run the expo line. So you have your kitchen, you have your servers. Between the two, at some point, the kitchen gives you the food, the plate, it's on the line. It's my job to make sure that all the food that's what you ordered is on that plate and gets set out at an appropriate time into the correct table.
What's an appropriate time?
Depends on what you order. If you're ordering an appetizer, you want to make it sure it's there within 3 minutes. If you're ordering your entree, within 15.
But how do you know if there's 15 tables, who ordered an appetizer and who didn't?
Because we have our little tablet, an iTouch screen.
An
And-
appetizer in 3 minutes? I need to go there.
Well, it's a bistro. We try to be very fast.
Wow. So you've had a big turnover then on
Oh,
tables.
Yeah, we're flying. Because again, we don't have a whole lot of tables. I think we have maybe between 24 and 30 tables.
Where is this at?
This is down in Wilton Manors by Fort Lauderdale.
Are we allowed to say the name?
Yeah, Ethos Greek Bistro. Come on down.
Do you have to have a reservation?
So no, we don't do reservations because we don't have a whole lot of tables. It's kind of you come in. We usually, because our turnover is so fast, you can just come in, we'll seat you. We also have an open bar that wraps around, starts inside, goes outside, wraps around the outside.
So what kind of food?
Greek.
Greek
Greek
food.
food.
That's interesting. You like Greek food, right?
I do, hence the Greek Bistro. So you're working 7 days. Slick, what are you doing for Christmas? Anything? You're working Christmas.
I'm not working Christmas, but I'm gonna be with family Christmas. My bad.
And
So you're not working extra hours at the depot?
they're closed
No,
Christmas.
they're closed. They're closed. I'm not working.
Has
what
it
is
been
Christmas Eve.
busier?
Not in my area. Everywhere else. That's
No one's
like
buying doors and windows for Christmas.
no one's buying doors. Yeah, correct.
No, but
Everybody's
they
buying
buy gift cards.
This is like the most calmest until the storm. Until what is it? The hurricane season's over. People are gonna buy, but it's just a calm to the storm right now.
I got
Everybody's
gift
buying
cards.
Christmas trees.
Okay, you working Christmas? Or are they closed?
No, we're closed. That's my 1 day off.
Oh,
So
that's
the
good.
chaos ensues.
So you're working Thursday, Friday, and you're off Saturday.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
but then he'll go
so
to-
it's like 13 straight days of
Then
work.
you go to Jeremiah's.
Exactly. So that's usually I'm only doing 3 days next week at Jeremiah's, thank God. But that's gonna be like 9 to 4, and then the restaurant 5 to close. Wow.
9 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon, and then 5 to close. You're like an annuity.
I'm an animal.
Wow.
Well, because I'm
Same.
getting ready for this
Mhm.
move, and that's what's driving me. It's not the money behind all the hours I'm working. It's I need the money to move. So it's really opportunity this is giving me to be able to do this.
And you're going to Atlanta.
Atlanta.
It's 4 degrees in Atlanta today.
I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm a Florida boy, born and raised. Dude, anything under 60, I'm shivering like a chihuahua.
Well, Eddie Bauer's having a sale on jackets right now.
That's where I'm
Chihuahua
going.
is a good point.
All right, you ready to wrap this up?
Ready to wrap it up?
All right, let's wrap this up. Thank you so much for joining us for our Jingle Jam that we've been having going on for the past 2 weeks. That was just the 4 of us, brought to you by J&M Productions. They were really Productions. Amazing.
Productions, too.
Productions with Jeffrey Weinstein. I know. Kind of old school for you?
Yes, The Great Pretend, that song brought back some memory.
Slick, RK, thank you so much for doing what you guys do. Again, coming down to our studio. We definitely keep things safe and clean. It's very much on a skeleton crew. We'd love to show you the art. All the art that you see on our set and in the studio is always for sale. Special holiday blowout. If you need a last minute gift, give us a call at 866-224-5422.
Oh, hold on a second.
The Freddie that I work with is this Freddie. The Freddie that answers the phone, that Freddie too.
Hold on a second.
And guess what you got?
Apparently, Voyager 2 is 11.3 billion miles from the sun.
Who told you, Jay
Moving
Harmon?
at 34,000 miles per hour.
Oh, Steve Gubb. It was either Steve Gubb, Jay Harmon, or Eileen Limmelman.
And Mr. Gubb, do you know that NASA is about to send up the Hubble telescope's sister or brother? $10 million telescope is going up.
34,000 miles per hour. Wow, is all I can say.
That's right.
All right, have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe. Please be kind to each other. Wash your hands, and we will see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
In the cold and sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save it. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all, sweeping me away like an avalanche, like an avalanche. I listen for a sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors. Just a ray of light, bathing me in drops of ink that gleams across my body. Wish you could unfreeze my heart.